Hello, and welcome to the show. I'm Mike.
And I'm Elsie. Okay, so Mike.
Yes.
Yesterday we introduced SUP to our students, right?
Yeah, SUP.
And we said staying balanced on the board is very important.
SUP.
If your balance is bad, try a larger and a wider board.
Right on. SUP, yo.
Your turn.
Okay, yes, we're talking about SUP. We're not talking about how you say, what's up, SUP. If
What's
you're cool, trying to be cool at least. We're talking about stand-up paddleboarding. That's the SUP we're talking about here. We should also point out, actually, in sort of oldie English, SUP is a fancy word to eat, to dine. It's where we get supper from. We shall sup at 5 o'clock. Which means we'll have dinner
this
at
word
5
can
o'clock.
Also be a verb.
It could also be a verb.
And it means to dine.
To dine or to
eat
in a fancy way if you're in, Downton Abbey or hanging out with Queen Victoria or something. But that's not what we're talking about today or yesterday. We're talking about SUP, capital S, capital U, capital P. So what does it stand for? Stand-up paddleboarding, which we've, talked about yesterday. We talked about balancing on the board. We talked about how you can do it on lakes or in the ocean. We talked about how technique or how you hold your paddle is very important. Remember, one hand on top, one hand in the center, and go. And what about today?
In today's article, we're gonna go stand-up paddleboarding with Megan, Cliff, and Sophia.
Fantastic. That's great news. Who are they?
I don't know who they are, but we'll just follow them, okay?
Oh, okay. Oh, so these are characters.
Yeah.
I thought these were like your best friends, and I was going to have to meet all these new people. I was getting nervous. All right, so yes, let's check out our article. Let's find out what happens with Megan, Cliff, and Sophia on their paddleboarding adventure.
Let's sup in the sun. Megan, Cliff, and Sophia are watching the sunrise on their boards.
I'm so glad we decided to go stand-up paddleboarding today.
I think your dog is happy about it too. Is he enjoying being on your board?
Yes, he loves going for a swim and then lying on my board as I paddle.
Why don't we stop for a minute? We can use my snorkel mask.
Great idea.
Cliff puts on the mask and looks into the water.
Wow, I can see so many fish.
They are so close to our boards.
Next time, we'll have to try fishing from paddleboards.
It would also be fun to sup down some rapids.
Decide, 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 decided, decided. Ethan decided to spend the rainy day watching movies. Ethan decided to spend the rainy day watching movies. Lie, 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 lay, lane. Kyle lay in bed and thought about his day. Kyle lay in bed and thought about his day. Put on, put on, put, put, put. It was cold outside, so Evelyn put on a thick jacket and a hat. It was cold outside, so Evelyn put on a thick jacket and a hat. Close, close. Jake's house is close to his school, so he usually walks home. Jake's house is close to his school, so he usually walks home.
Okay, so as we begin the article, we have a little sentence to kind of set up the scene, to set up our action. It says, Megan, Cliff, and Sophia are watching the sunrise on their boards. Wow, it's really early in the morning.
因为我们看到了 sunrise 这个字是日出，那如果是 太阳下山，日落，我们会说 sunset。那这3个人呢，他们正在他们的浪板上面看日出。So it's really early in the morning, all right?
Okay. Is this one of those sports you have to do early in the morning? That's why I never got into fishing. If you go fishing, you got to get up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. All right, forget about this. Anyways, I think you can actually go paddleboarding any time of day. But it would be beautiful to be out on the water or down at the beach at sunrise, right? Lots of people like to do that. And Megan, I think we would put in that group of people who don't mind getting up early because she says, I'm so glad we decided to go stand-up paddleboarding today. So there you go. She's very happy that they decided to do this. She's happy with their decision to use the noun form of the word. But here, we're using the verb decide. Yes, D-E-C-I-D-E, decide. As I mentioned, it's a verb. To decide is basically to choose. When you have some ideas, when you have some options or choices in your mind, you're like, maybe I'll do this, maybe I'll do that, or maybe I won't do this. And then you say, okay, I'm going to do this. At that moment, you have decided to do something. One of the most common things you might decide is what to eat, right? You go to a restaurant, you look at the menu, all the choices of all the foods they make, but you can't eat everything there, of course. So you say, I might have a salad, I might have some soup, but no, I'm going to have a hot dog or something. I don't know if I agree with what you've decided on, but that's what you've decided, that's what you chose, that's what you are going to do. That is the option you will take. For example, Ethan decided to spend the rainy day watching movies. Wow, okay. And that choice, we would say, is his decision. When you decide, you make a decision. His decision is watching movies. That's what he's decided. And one more time, Ethan decided to spend the rainy day watching movies. I think I agree. Good thing to do.
所以 decide 这个动词呢是决定的意思，那他决定了做出这个决定，名词就是 decision。那我们的例句说啊 Ethan 决定用看电影度过这个雨天，所以 to decide to do something 就是决定做某事啦。那 Megan 这边就说啦，我好开心哦，我们决定今天去玩站立式划桨。
Okay, so Megan is very happy that they decided to go paddleboarding today. Cliff says, I think your dog is happy about it too. So Cliff, Megan's friend, is looking at Megan's dog, who's there with them, and I guess the dog looks happy, its tail is wagging, it seems to be enjoying itself. So Cliff is saying the dog is happy to be out at the beach this morning as well.
Cliff 接着说啦，我觉得你的狗也很开心哦。
And it looks like the dog is actually taking part in their stand-up paddleboarding activity because Cliff also asks Megan, is he enjoying being on your board? So the dog is actually on her board out in the ocean. Wow, this is like a surfing dog. How cool.
所以我们现在知道狗狗站在他们的桨板上面，那这边就有一个问题啦，他是不是正在享受待在你桨板上面的感觉呢？我们用到享受这个动词呢是 enjoy， 后面必须要接上动名词来表示你享受做的事情是什么。那我们现在就进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解现在进行式。
Magic Box 找亮点。
好久不见的阿美姐又来了，好累哦，5告喘，我喘得不行哦，为什么呢？ I am jogging right now， 我正在慢跑啦。最近阿美姐修身养性，每天呢都吃得好健康哦，还有要怎么样？要规律运动啦。虽然呢我本来就很美，但现在呢阿美姐更要成为美魔女啦。不成为美魔女，怎么配得上阿美姐这个称号呢？说到今嘛你在创啥，现在在做什么事情，这个用法呢就不能不说现在进行式的用法啦。英文里面的现在进行式呢，就好比我刚刚说的，我正在跑步 I am jogging， 我正在慢跑 I am jogging。 OK， 我正在慢跑，注意到了，我们现在进行式呢就是把主词加上 be 动词，再加上现在分词 the ing。 比方说呢，我们刚刚说的慢跑 jog， 我们呢就改成 jogging， 后面呢加上 ing。如果呢我正在吃，那 eat 吃东西，我们呢就要改成 eating。OK， 动名词呢就是这样变化，有没有很简单？我们呢再来举个例子好啦。我跟你说，你现在呢不能进来，为什么不能进来？因为I am taking a shower， 人家正在洗澡啦，不准偷看。I am taking a shower， 我正在冲澡。助词 I 加上 be 动词 am 再加上动词 VING taken， I am taking a shower， 这个呢就是现在进行时了。你问说阿美姐，问句你要怎么写？问句其实很简单呢，我们呢就把 be 动词提到句首倒装就可以咯。例如呢，你想要找偶出换，想知道呢偶是不是正在吃？ Are you having dinner right now？ 你正在吃饭吗？Are you having dinner now？ 你正在吃晚餐吗？回答呢，我们就可以用 yes 和 no 来回答。肯定句呢，我们刚刚看过了。否定的话呢，我们就把 not 放在 be 动词的后面。注意到 not 的位置放在 be 动词后面。I am not having dinner now。我现在没有在吃饭。I am not having dinner now。 OK， 我现在没有在吃饭。没有吃饭是因为要等你一起来烛光晚餐咯。
Okay, back in our article, Megan is agreeing with Cliff when Cliff noticed that Megan's dog is enjoying being on the board. Megan says, yes, he, talking about the dog, yes, he loves going for a swim and then lying on my board as I paddle. Wow, he's a real surfing dog. I hope his name is something suitably surferish.
Like what?
Lance.
Lance?
Brody.
Scott.
Something like that. I don't know. It's just a kind of a good surfer name. Dude, my name's Brody. I'm a dog. Anyway, so Brody, I'm going to name him Brody, the dog. He likes to lie on Megan's board as she paddles. That's kind of fun. She has a little stand-up paddleboarding friend, I should say, because the dog, he isn't actually helping paddle. No, dogs are much too smart to do something like that. He's lying on the board, and that's a pretty relaxing thing to do because when you're lying, we're talking about the verb to lie. L-I-E, to lie. Now here, we're not using lie like to tell a lie or to lie to someone because you want to trick them. That's the same spelling. It's also a verb, but it's a very different meaning. When you lie in that way, you're telling something that's untrue to try to trick somebody. This type of lying isn't about what you're saying. It's about what you're doing. You're lying down. Your body is flat on the ground or flat on a bed or flat on your sofa or flat on a stand-up paddleboard if you're a surfing dog, dude. Anyway, so he's lying down. That means he's not standing, he's not sitting. His body is flat down on the board. Probably the safest place for a dog to be, right?
Yes.
Because he might fall off if he was standing or sitting. So lying means you're right on the ground. It's, harder to get pushed around if you fall over if you're lying. For example, we could say, Kyle lay in bed and thought about his day. Kyle lay in bed and thought about his day. Now, hold on. I know you're all screaming at the computer or the speaker saying, wait, you said lay in bed, not lied in bed, because if I say lied in bed, that would be incorrect. Lie is an irregular verb. L-I-E-L-A-Y. I lay down. L-A-I-N. I have lain in bed all day long. So there you go. It's not one of those normal ED past tense verbs. Be careful.
Lie 这个动词呢是躺，那在文章中它是当躺的意思哦，在别的地方它可能当说谎，等一下我们再来解释。那先回到例句上头我们说到 Kyle 躺在床上回想他的一天。那如果你今天你要把lie 这个动词变成 ing 的形式，你会把 ie 去掉变成 lying L-Y-I-N-G。 那如果要把 lie 躺这个动作变成过去式的话，你必须要把它变成 lay L-A-Y。 那它的三态是 lie, lay, lay。 那如果 lie 这个动词当说谎的时候呢，它就是规则变化了，直接在字尾加 d 就可以变成过去式还有过去分词 lie, lied. 那 Megan 这边说到的是的，他爱去游泳，然后呢，会在我划桨的时候躺在我的浪板上。
So as Megan and Cliff are talking about Megan's dog, Sophia, their other friend, remember her? She seems to be getting a bit tired because she asks, why don't we stop for a minute? Or, why don't we just take a rest?
我们为什么不停下来一下呢？
And she has another idea, not just to rest, but to maybe do a bit of diving because she says we can use my snorkel mask. That's a good idea. I like having a snorkel mask.
所以这边他就提了一个点子，他说我们可以用我的潜水面镜。如果我们今天说呢，我们要去 go snorkeling， 那就是去浮潜，那我们就需要带这个 snorkel mask。那如果今天我们是去深潜，这叫做 go scuba diving， 那我们就需要背的是水肺咯。
And Cliff is happy with this idea. He says, great idea. He agrees that's a good thing to do. So we read Cliff puts on the mask and looks into the water. All right, so our next word we have, actually, it's two words, so it's really a phrase. Our next new phrase is put on. P-U-T-O-N. P-U-T-O-N, put on. As I pointed out, it is two words. To put on is basically to wear a piece of clothing, but not the kind of wear like you wear your jacket all day because you're cold. Put on is when you take the clothing and then put it on your body. It's like getting dressed. When you wake up in the morning, you say, I'm going to get dressed before I go outside. Of course, that's a good idea. And as you get dressed, you put on your clothes. You might put on your socks and your pants and your shoes and your jacket, and then you go outside. And as you go through the day, you wear the clothes. And at the end of the day, before you, say, take a shower, you take off the clothes. So putting on the clothes is what you do in the morning when you get dressed or something like that. Our example sentence, it was cold outside, so Evelyn put on a thick jacket and a hat. It was cold outside, so Evelyn put on a thick jacket and a hat. Good idea.
Put on 是穿上。那我们例句说呢，外面很冷，所以 Evelyn 穿上厚外套并戴上帽子。那相反，你要脱掉衣服或帽子、鞋子的话呢，我们说 take off. So for example, you need to take off your shoes before you enter the house. 进家门前要先脱鞋。那 Cliff 这边说了好点子之后，他就戴上潜水面镜，然后往水里面看。
Cliff is using the mask to look into the water or look under the water. And as he looks down, he says, wow, I can see so many fish. Well, yes, it's the ocean.
我看到好多的鱼。
Yeah, he's excited about that. And Sophia is also excited because, it's probably some colorful, beautiful, interesting fish. And she says they are so close to our boards. Hopefully they're not sharks they're looking at. That would be bad. But no, if they're beautiful, harmless fish that you would love to see in an aquarium or, in the ocean, that's great that they're close to their boards. If something is close, this adjective, which is spelled C-L-O-S-E, close, if something is close, it is a small distance. It is not a long distance from something or someone, all right? For example, if something is close to your home, you'll probably be able to walk there in a few minutes, okay? It's not something you'll have to take a bus or train or drive a car. It's close, it's not far, which is basically the definition of close. For example, Jake's house is close to his school, so he usually walks home. Jake's house is close to his school, so he usually walks home.
Close 在文章当中呢，当形容词用是接近的、靠近的。那相反字呢，我们用 far, F-A-R, 代表的是远的。那例句说Jake 家离他的学校很近，所以他通常都是走路回家。那回到文章，这边他们说到，哇，他们好靠近我们的浪板哦。他们指的就是鱼。
All right, so as they're looking at the fish, Megan gets an idea. She says, next time, we'll have to try fishing from paddle boards. What an exciting idea. They can come out and catch and eat the fish.
It is exciting.
Not exciting for the fish.
Right. Megan 就说呢，那下次我们要试着从浪板上钓鱼了。
I love Megan's reaction. Look, beautiful animals. I want to catch and eat them. Anyways, back to Cliff. Cliff is, I think they're really just playing with ideas of other fun things to do from paddleboards. You can also catch the fish and then put them right back in the water. That's what I would do. Anyways, as they're talking about ideas, Cliff has another one. He says it would also be fun to sup down some rapids. Ah, that's a different type of supping because rapids are not in the ocean or sea. Those would be in a river.Rapids 这个字呢，当名词的时候啊，然后又是复数形的时候呢，它指的是急流。那 Cliff 就说啦，如果能冲下急流也会很好玩哦。这边的 sup 他们就把它当动词在用了。I would like to try that, but I will fall down right away, right?
Yes,
I think it would be hard to stand up on something going down rapids. We often call that white water in a river, right? Because there's lots of rocks and it makes the water very rough. But if you're a very advanced supper,I guess you could sup down some rapids. Anyway, that's it for us, but we'll be back with our little game, so don't go away.
Wait for it. It's review time. 复习时间到喽。
And we're back with our little game that we're going to play before we finish it off for today. As usual, we're going to have a little review of our 4 new words that we learned today. What are we going to do today, Elsie?We're
going to fill in the blanks.
Ooh, I've never seen a blank I didn't want to fill in. Okay, am I going to give you a blank to fill in first? Okay, here it goes. Let's see. My cat loves to in the sun. My cat loves to blank in the sun.
你的猫喜欢躺在太阳底下。
My cat is lazy.The sun is warm. It's very
comfortable.
Lie in the sun. I've never met a cat that didn't like to lie in the sun, at least for a few minutes or hours or the whole day, probably. All right, give me a blank to fill in.
Okay.
I got 3 words and I need to put them somewhere.
It's cold outside.
It's cold outside, okay.
So remember to blank your coat.
Remember to blank my coat. Remember
Before you go out.Well,
I could remember to close my coat.
关起来你的外套。
Well, I could, right?
Zip up?
Yeah, you don't usually use close for clothing like that. You might close your bag, but you would zip up or button up or do up your coat. So, no. Remember to decide my coat.Well, no.
决定你外套干嘛？
I might choose the right coat or choose a warm coat or decide to wear. No, that's not. Put on my coat. Remember to put on your coat. Don't forget your coat at home, basically. Put on.
Finally, you got it.
Yay! Okay. That's a good thing to do, though. I mean, good bit of advice to decide to put on your coat. And, yes, if you're going to go out, no matter what, if you put on your coat or not, you should also always remember to blank your door as you leave home.
Close your door.
Close the door.
Oh, that's a verb.
Right. That's right. We're using it as an adjective. That's right. Well, if it's a cold day, I won't put on my coat because I'm only going to the 7-Eleven and it's very...
Close.
It's very close. There you go. Thanks you for catching that. And we have one more.
Okay. I got a very bad score on my test.
Oh, that's
so
bad news.
I blank to study harder.
You blank to study harder. Well, you try to study? No, you want to study. Well, that might be... I see. You've decided to study harder.
Yep.
You decide to study harder. You choose that course of action. Good for you. Good luck on your test. Good luck to all of you on remembering our words. And thank you for joining us and reading along. And if you go supping, be careful, but have fun and send us lots of pictures because it would probably be quite a cool adventure.
Have fun.
Yes. Be careful, though. Wear your life jacket. All right, guys. Take care and bye-bye.
Bye.
Let's sup in the sun. Megan, Cliff, and Sophia are watching the sunrise on their boards.
I'm so glad we decided to go stand-up paddleboarding today.
I think your dog is happy about it, too. Is he enjoying being on your board?
Yes, he loves going for a swim and then lying on my board as I paddle.
Why don't we stop for a minute? We can use my snorkel mask.
Great idea.
Cliff puts on the mask and looks into the water.
Wow, I can see so many fish.
They are so close to our boards.
Next time, we'll have to try fishing from paddle boards.
It would also be fun to sup down some rapids.
Decide, 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 decided, decided. Ethan decided to spend the rainy day watching movies. Ethan decided to spend the rainy day watching movies. Lie, 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 lay, lane. Kyle lay in bed and thought about his day. Kyle lay in bed and thought about his day. Put on, put on, put, put, put. It was cold outside, so Evelyn put on a thick jacket and a hat. It was cold outside, so Evelyn put on a thick jacket and a hat. Close, close. Jake's house is close to his school, so he usually walks home. Jake's house is close to his school, so he usually walks home.